So this is Access Now. Access Now says we defend and extend the digital rights of users at risk around the world. Organizers of RightsCon, the annual Human Rights and Tech Conference, which is interesting.
Okay, what do they have to say?
They say, attention Spotify users. Spotify's patent for a technology that listens to us to detect emotional state, gender, age, or accent to supposedly better recommend music was approved. We are calling on the company to drop the patent. And there's a link to what looks like their letter to Spotify. Dear Spotify, don't manipulate our emotions for profit. And it looks like they have like 4 different points here, which are that this technology would be like emotion manipulations. It could be like, oh, we know your emotional state, so if you're depressed, we can make you listen to more depressing things.
Yeah.
If we know that you're happy, we can stop you from being happy if we want. If we know you're sad, we can keep you that way.
Yeah, I guess they could kind of do whatever they wanted with their recommendations based on our emotional state.
Another point is gender discrimination. It's impossible to infer gender without discriminating against trans and non-binary people. So, yeah. So
True.
one of the things that Spotify is trying to do is decide, is this a man or a woman? Okay, now produce the correct output for them.
Yeah, it seems discriminatory.
Privacy violations. The device would always be on, so there would always be a listening thing. And who knows what are they listening to your conversations and parsing the words you're using? What are they doing with the data? Like, what are they doing with the actual, like, what they're collecting? Are they only using it for this thing?
Right.
Are they selling it? Because a lot of the companies that exist now make most of their money from selling data that isn't theirs, that they just got from another company or collected without telling a user that they collected it.
Yeah, data's huge business. And so yeah, okay. Keep going. What's the last one?
Data security. Yeah, so this is kind of what I just said, which is like Spotify is now a honeypot for any other type of hacking endeavor. If they're holding on to this information about us, like, does the government know about that based on the fact that they have backdoors built into a lot of things already?
Yeah.
So
I'm like such a Spotify fan, and it's one of the few subscriptions, like monthly subscriptions I have. Like I don't have a lot of monthly subscriptions, but it's one of probably like 2 or 3 that I have. And so to see this, I'm like, it's like every company is like after our data, and they don't care like at what cost it is. It's just about profit and making money, and they're gonna like apparently do all of this, and they're not gonna care about the human aspect of it and how it's affecting like their users in a negative way.
I wonder, like, do these companies stop they stop being their app at some point and start being this like data collection?
Yeah. Maybe that's like the point, is like, okay, start an app that's like whatever, it doesn't really matter what it is, get a ton of users on there, and then at that point, then you can level up and start collecting their data in some like proprietary special way that their technology team comes up with, and then they can make tons and tons of money that they couldn't have made just with their app on its own.
Yeah, a lot of these apps don't even make any money on their face.
Yeah.
Like Netflix is still hasn't made any money.
Yeah.
And they're supposedly buying all these like or sequels or movie deals or whatever. It's like, you know that they're actually just there to be this like, how do we hack how people watch our stuff? Like, Yeah. So here's a quote from Isedua Oribhabor, who's I probably butchered that name, U.S. policy analyst at Access Now, says, "There is absolutely no valid reason for Spotify to even attempt to discern how we're feeling, how many people are in a room with us, our gender, age, or any other characteristic the patent claims to detect. The millions of people who use Spotify deserve respect and privacy, not covert manipulation and monitoring." Okay, so let's read the rest of this thread here.
Okay.
It says, Spotify should abandon this tech, which is dangerous and would violate privacy and other human rights. Did the company undertake any form of human rights due diligence to understand and identify the risks associated with this speech recognition technology? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
We don't believe that Spotify truly needs this intrusive technology to better recommend music to people. The platform already has troves of data on its users. So here's a link to a VentureBeat article where the headline is, Spotify exec, we collect an enormous amount of data on what people are listening to, where, and in what context. As of February 2015, so this is very, very old. 6 years ago, they had 10...
Wait, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
6 years ago, they had 15 million subscribers who paid $10 a month.
I wonder how many subscribers they have now.
I wonder. But the point is that they've already admitted in public that they do this.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a letter that is being sent to Spotify by Access Now that's trying to get Spotify to stop doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, is it going to happen? Probably not. I think when a corporation has, like, their patent approved, that's not a moment where anyone in the corporation is going to look at the approval of a patent and say, maybe this is the wrong thing.
Right.
They're probably popping champagne bottles
mm-hmm.
and penciling in the millions of extra dollars they're going to be able to squeeze out of this.
Mm-hmm. I wonder, as a customer, if you get if you have the ability to, like, turn off the listening function of Spotify.
Facebook did that, right? There was like you have to go find a hidden checkbox to uncheck it, essentially.
Like, it's clearly a violation of privacy.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with the Spotify thing.
Yeah. Okay.
It says if they withdraw, or like this is some commenters here. If they withdraw the patent, that means everyone else can use the technology too. So even if they withdraw the patent, it's available for everyone. So, like, is it better to have just this one corporation?
Oh, jeez. Okay, so we're screwed either way, it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like that, right?
Yeah. Am I still going to listen to Spotify? For now, yes. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's such a good platform.
Who owns Spotify? Okay, so it is literally one dude. This guy, this bald dude.
Okay.
It has now 180 million users.
A lot more than 15 million.
A few more.
180 million?
So you're collecting bulk data on 180 million people to micro-target them with, like, randomized the next song or randomized ads or, well, not randomized, specifically targeted.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, there's, like, what did Netflix brags that they can get 80%, that 80% of the stuff people watch on Netflix is because of their recommendations.
Oh, really? They say that?
That's their bragging point.
Well, I mean, on Netflix, the recommendation, like, that's what you see. Like, that's all you see when you, like, log on is, like, what they're recommending to you.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you even know what else is available?
Yeah, I mean, that's been a criticism of the Netflix thing forever, is, like, how there's no way you had to use other websites
Yeah.
to find out how to
Yeah.
watch anything.
Right.
What's on Netflix right now?
Right, and to find out like what new shows there are.
Yeah,
and...
I remember it. Like I was like, what's like using another website
Yeah.
that was themed kind of like Netflix, and every movie you'd click would just take you to Netflix.
That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
All right, so we'll follow this. We'll see what happens on April 16th.
Yeah, I kind of think so. This guy was in the 30 under 30.
Okay.
He's been rich since he's been in his 20s. These people don't usually like adopt a progressive stance after that positioning. It's usually like they go full Zuckerberg or like, I don't know, man.
Okay.
See what happens.